What's going on? It's Toolbox here, just your average blue-collar tamer, and it's been a while. I hope you like the new aesthetic I'm rolling with. I was born in the 90s, was not raised in the 90s, but I like the way that shit looked, and it seemed like it was a better time. Don't know what's been kind of going on. I took a little break. Just life got busy, but I did make a TikTok. It's Cheese NES. So it's a different name because I wanted to have a place where I can post kind of whatever I want to, whatever I'm into. Like I've been really getting into Beyblades, been super fun. Pokemon Pocket, all that stuff. So I wanted to keep the channel focused on Digimon, but I wanted to have a place to post the other stuff. If you're into nerd shit, definitely check it out. But there's been a lot of great news with Digimon, just as a whole. You know, we're getting closer to that point of the timelines matching up, and we're gonna have the releases going to be global and everyone's going to get the cards at the same time, which I'm super excited for. A lot of people just copy and paste whatever Japan did, and I think this is going to be great for deck builders. I think deck building is going to be a lot more entertaining because there's going to be a lot more trial and error with everyone's going to be dealing with what Japan's been dealing with. They gotta see the new cards, they gotta test it, they gotta figure it out. Really excited for that. But they did just announce something really interesting and I'm very excited about. So they introduced a new starter deck, and this new starter deck is going to be based around War Greymon, which, shocker, who would have guessed? The Greymon card game is going to have more Greymon support, which I'm for, but, you know, some people, like, wait, you know, you don't know how people feel about it. Some people love it, some people hate it, most people hate it. He's the Charizard of the game in the franchise. There's never going to not be War Greymon or Greymon support in this game, so if it bothers you, just fucking get used to it. New starter deck is going to really help out Agumon, and because there's an Agumon. If there's any Agumon support, any Agumon card that is printed, it's possible usage in Agumon, and you know me, I'm all for that. So the original leaks that it was going to be purple and red, which I'm gauging by the pack art, it's not. Which I was kind of upset about. I thought it'd be kind of cool to have a little bit of a purple Agumon action. I mean, we're getting a green and purple Agumon in EX8. This one, we're getting this one in EX8, which I think is going to be really good, especially paired up with the Skull Greymon. Being able to on-play an Agumon that has on-play just suspend and then giving it retaliation. I don't really think this is like going to be a game changer for a mandatory in the build, but a nice one of is nice, just to have that little splash of I'm going to control the board a little bit because the whole deck's very aggressive. So you kind of like, I like a deck that can do multiple things. You know, if I want to be aggressive or I want to be controlling, I can do that. And I have the capability. And Agumon, I think now with the build I'm running, it's very well at gauging the room. I mean, granted, there's counters, that's normal, but it's nice to see that the deck is able to branch in a little bit of every color's stick in a way. And retaliation is nice because paired up with the Greymon from BT17, that one already has an on deletion of playing a tamer out or hatching. Now you can give it retaliation. So, and you can give it blocker with the one tie, the black tie. It's a 3 cost. And I think this new starter deck is a really good place for the game because one, they're introducing the 2 little tamer cards in here. Their whole stick is they go off of the adventure trait. Kind of a way for the game to say, yeah, we have a lot of Agumons. There's a lot of Agumon support, but the new cards are going to benefit the new stuff. Which, as a business, from a business standpoint, makes sense. They're trying to make money, trying to make you buy cards. I don't really see it, like I said before, I don't really see it going to have any purple in it. But if it does, I really hope there's a Skull Greymon card. I mean, the BT14 Skull Greymon's kind of like the perfect Skull Greymon in a way. It deletes stuff. It plays Agumons out for free with Rush. It's kind of hard to beat. So my predictions or my hopes for this starter deck as a whole is, so I hope the Agumon does something to where it gains DP, possibly even searches. And I hope, gauging by the fact that this whole build is based around the adventure type, which is a new one we haven't seen any of the other cards for yet. I kind of hope the Agumon searches for that, so it can possibly grab other Agumons. And Greymon ties, whatever, the normal Agumon shenanigans. For the Greymon, I kind of hope the Greymon does kind of what the new starter deck tamers do. If you have one or less, you can play the tamer out. So I kind of hope it does, or it digivolves and you can play a tie out, even if you already have a tie out, because the Greymon that we have does that. But again, we're trying to power creep. That's how card games work. They want us to buy the new stuff. So yeah, I kind of hope it does to where even if you have a tie out, it can still play another tie out. Because if you pair that up with the BT14 Agumon, I think that's going to be a wicked combo. The Metal Greymon, I hope it does. Maybe it's an ace card, because the first one sucks. This ace card blows. Like, it sucks. It's a terrible card. Like, you don't get a lot of like value out of the possible cost of losing 3 memory with the overflow. So I hope there's an ace card in there that's possibly the Metal Greymon, just to give it a little more playability, or give us some more ace cards, because that would be nice, especially for Bond. But if it is, the starter deck is purple and red, I hope it's a Skull Greymon, maybe an ace. Either way, I want the level 5 to be an ace of the starter deck. That's what I want. I think that will be helpful. The level 6 is War Greymon. We see it right there. I'm not sure exactly what it's going to do or where direction they're going to go. Maybe they'll do something kind of in homage to the first starter deck, where if you have more sources, it does more security checks, but like make it like beefier, or like make it a 3-cost evo instead of a 4. I don't know, something to where along those lines, or deleting security. That would be good too. If it deleted security when it swung, that would make it wicked. I hope it can warp. That's my main thing. I want it to be able to warp off an Agumon. I feel like the War Greymons and the pacing of the game now, you kind of have to give this stack builds an ability to kind of quickly go into the level 6. Granted, I know the game's fast paced, and that's a big complaint people have, but if it's going to be fast paced, might as well make everything fast paced. Cancel. I don't know. So for the tie, they have a tie on the box art, and we did look at what that exactly says. I'm going to paraphrase it because I don't feel like pulling it up. I'm going to pull it up. I'm just when any of your Digimon with adventure trait would be played from your hand, by suspending this tamer, reduce the play cost by 1. They'll let you cheaply play out Agumons and whatever, which is cool. And that is another part of it, why I think there's going to be some type of on play with the War Greymon, possibly, or there's going to be an on play with one of the higher leveled ones, because you introducing a tamer that reduces the cost, so you're going to have something that's bigger. You need to reduce it. So, but it involves around the adventure trait again, and it gives all your Digimon with adventure trait blocker. So maybe there's going to be a Greymon that unsuspends when it does something, or like maybe like the Metal Greymon would do that if it suspends or redirects an attack. There's going to be offensive sides to it, but there's also going to be, it's going to be very defensive as well. I hope there's a tie specifically to the build that's just tie, that maybe helps out Agumons and Greymon specifically. But yeah, that's the one they introduced. It's on the box art, so it's definitely going to be in there. That's my predictions, I guess, for the starter deck, or hopes and dreams. Who knows? I just wanted to keep this video quick, or we're trying to ease our way back into making content all the time, because that's my goal. So definitely like and subscribe. Stay tuned to what's going to be going on, because I'm going to be trying to post more and more consistently. That's one of my bigger faults, I guess. It's something I'm not entirely the best at, but we're trying to make it work. It's hard. Work full-time, family. Everyone's got them, so everyone knows. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I want to hear what your predictions are for this starter deck and what you think like the cards are going to specifically do. That'd be cool to see what you guys are thinking. See if you guys are hoping the same thing I'm hoping. All that good stuff. I'll catch you guys all in the next one. And again, check out my TikTok. It's Cheese NES. Cheese. All right. Peace.